Hello. So today I'm going to scrapbook some pictures of my youngest, who she made this crazy crown of leaves and recycled toilet paper rolls and cardboard. But I thought of her watched her do this and thought, I have some paper in my stash that will look perfect with these pictures. I actually pulled out, it's the Pebbles Homegrown collection, and I've had it for quite some time. And when I saw her going to town with this project, I'm like, I know where this will end up. So I went through quick and chose the papers I thought would look good. Get a little crafty with this layout. Love those gnomes. They had to be included. So I don't know when else I would ever use these. And I also had just recently purchased a punch with a cloud shape, and so I knew I wanted to use those as well at some point in this project. So I'm just trimming away. I'm recording this voiceover at my mom's house out of town from where I live, and it's raining outside. So if you hear water, that's what's going on. It's a rainy day. I had to trim that down quite a bit, the green piece of paper, because I really wanted some of those gnomes to show up on the side. Even though what my youngest is doing has nothing to do with gnomes, I think they're cute. And I don't know when else I would ever use them. A heck of a time getting these babies straight on here. To rip them off and put them back on and rip them off again. But that's life. That's scrapbooking life. That's what you have to do sometimes. Right there. Whoops, too fast. But because of this, I kind of ran out of that honeycomb multicolored paper, and so I had to come up with a different backing for one of the photos, and it turns out all right. It's kind of ridiculous watching this now, how hard this was for me. It happens. So I'm sitting here, it's 7:30 in the morning, and I'm thinking about all the craft stores that I'm close to right now. Because where I live, I'm not close to anything. And everyone's sleeping. But I doubt any of the craft stores I want to visit are open. 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday. I really like to see products in person before I buy them. I do order online sometimes. And when we had a local craft store, I did use it. But now I just watch other people and think, oh, I want to get my hands on that. Okay, so here comes craft time. I just took some tracing paper, because it's a little tiny bit thicker than tissue paper, and I cut out this leaf shape. And I crumple it all up to give it some texture. And then I decide, okay, those little cutouts I did, I don't like it. Leaves that my youngest used were smooth, and so I wanted them to be smooth. So I got some different dilution ink out, cut grass, I believe, and then I can't remember. So Mr. Huey's. I noticed some of my inks, they are hard to spray if I haven't used them for a long time. I don't know if they get, I'm remembering now I forgot to put that protector underneath my workspace again. I always seem to do that. So I'm just using the packaging technique to get some color on that leaf. I use Tilex. I don't know why. It has bleach in it, so it works fairly well to get that off. Probably anything with bleach in it would work, but that's just what I had. Now I remember to put that out. I like all the different shades of green in there. They really match the paper and the actual leaves and the crown that she made. But then I wanted to fill in the gaps with a little bit of green. I love these watercolors. Prima watercolors. I purchased them through Amazon after watching different people using them. Erit, I think, is the first one I saw use them. I love the container that they're in. I love the quality of the colors that they produce. I really like them. Trim it down a little bit more. I tried to mimic the shape of the leaf on her crown with the shape of the leaf that I'm using to back this paper. I don't love the end result, but it's okay. I end up keeping it. I love this cloud paper. Love it, love it. I hear footsteps. I may get interrupted here. Looking back now, I don't know if backing that in the cloud paper was the smartest move, but you can't really see it. Probably should have done maybe a dark green or something, but it's done. It's in the books. I'm happy with the end result. I actually have 2 more process videos waiting to be voice-overed. I'm finding it's a little bit easier, this being my youngest now. She's going to be 8 in October. I'm finding it a little bit easier to get into my craft room when I'm actually home. But now my hard part is finding a quiet time to do the voiceovers where they're not talking to me or have the TV on, or I don't know. Well, last time when I tried to do one, I was upstairs in my room and I shut the door and they're screaming downstairs over the snake. So, yeah, so here I am at 7:30 in the morning on a rainy day at my mom's house down 3 hours away from home recording a voiceover. I really want a silhouette, but I don't have one. And so I bought these, I think they're jelly bean soup cutout backgrounds at Tuesday Morning a few weeks ago, probably months ago, and I used them as if they were silhouette cutouts, and I will back them with different papers. I believe I don't have the whole process on here because, as we know, that's a long, tedious process, but I do like doing it. One of these days, I have a Cricut, the oldest Cricut probably out there, and I never use it, so I have a hard time justifying buying a silhouette. But my Cricut can't do big cutouts, background cutouts that I'd like, so we'll see. We'll see. I just love that look. I like it. To fool around with this because I forget. Oh yeah. And I flipped the leaf over, so that's actually the back side, not the side I painted. And I don't know, I just like the way that looks a little bit better than the painted side. And I flipped the orientation of the leaf too, I believe. I think I had it every direction, but that's what I ended up with. And when I do this, when I lay out my papers, I'm mindful of how corners line up. I don't want a corner, like the corner of that top picture on top of the corner of the cloud paper. I just like the way it looks when it's not corner on top of corner, if that makes sense. There's my cloud punch. I was very excited to find that on clearance down here at by my mom's house at a Joann's. It was on clearance for like $8. I'm like, whoa. To me, that was like, that's a score. And I do the same thing, crumple it up. I did it out of the tracing paper again. Crumpled them up. Got this little chalk ink out again. I've had these forever, for a long, long time, and they work just fine. They give kind of a soft, dusty effect almost, rather than a inky, painty effect from an ink pad or a spray. I just like it. Makes me think of clouds. Chalky, I don't know, fluffy. I like it. Now it takes me a while to figure out just exactly what I want to title this picture. As some of you might know, I have 3 daughters, and this is my youngest. And she, like I said, she's almost 8, and she's always been a bit of a challenging child for me. Not mean, just busy and naughty and just like to get into things. And she's so dang cute. She uses that in her favor. So when I figured out the title for this, it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek because, yeah, you'll see. Really like these little thickers. I got a Freckled Fawn grab bag, I believe, and those thickers were in it, I believe. Or else they're from, yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I buy things online, things on sale, you know, grab bags, that kind of thing sometimes, and that's a way I build up my supply since I'm not close enough to go to a craft store as often as I'd like to. I do fool around with this quite a bit. Oh, where's my mom's clock? It's 8 o'clock. No, it's not going to be titled Craft Whimsy. There's more coming. Love these ampersands. Jen Hatfield, I believe, put these out. Love ampersands. I don't know why. Just love them. I like that little set. I've had that for quite a while too, but what to do? I think I'm still trying to think of the title while I'm sitting here, well, standing here. I stand up when I craft most of the time. Usually the ridiculous cat is sitting on my chair, so it's not an option to sit down. I don't know what, that cat is crazy. She really only likes me. I really don't like her, and she loves when I go in my little craft room, which is really just a room off of our kitchen, but it's like a sunroom that I've taken over, and it doesn't have a door or anything, but she won't go in there unless I'm in there. And when I am in there, she is right there. I have sat on her a couple times because she's right there under my feet, and I don't know. But if I go out in the living room, kitchen area, nope, she wants nothing to do with me, won't come near me. Then upstairs, our bedroom is upstairs, and yep, she will go up there and snuggle and rub all over. And, oh, she drives me crazy. Drives me nuts, but I'm going to do some sprinkles because I love doing some sprinkles. I believe I'm using the gold. Yep, the gold Heidi Shine. I really like that color. I wish it dried just a little bit quicker, but all in all, it's pretty good. I don't have Subway napkins like Missy Whitten, but I have some paper towels to get the blobs. I forget why she has Subway napkins all the time. I need to comment on her video and ask her. Dry it up a little bit. I wanted my letters on top of the ink splatters this time instead of underneath. I also like the way those clouds cut out of the tracing paper are a little bit translucent, so you can see through them a little bit. They give a little dimension because I didn't glue them down flat. And these are not sticky thickers, so I have to put a little adhesive on the back. So I'm about done here. There'll be some still shots at the end. I'm getting a little more techie with my video editing, so I have a trailer and an ending. I don't know what they're called, but yeah. So yeah, if you have any suggestions for me, leave them in the comments, and I'll see you next time.